Hello everybody, welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 452, we're going to talk about Kaalia, Zenith Seeker. Kaalia, a 3-mana, 3/3 Flying Vigilance, pretty sweet, enters the battlefield. You look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may choose an angel card, a demon card, and or a dragon card from among them and put them into your hand. And of course you bury the rest on the bottom. Now, this is a little different, but the same from the previous Kaalia. Of course, the other one, in most decks, what you're going to want to do is run both. I feel play this one because it's a perfect turn before the other one in the curve. So you'll play this Kaalia, go in and to fetch your 3 creatures, because you can get 3, it's one of each, or if you get lucky, you're going to get 3 out of your 6, but that requires a high density of them. So, and then you'll be able to cast them for the free with your other Kaalia. That's what I feel like most people are going to do, and that's therefore what I did not do. Now, I don't know if it's something I've actually covered in decks with y'all, but I have deck rules. Each deck, I come up with a theme and I create a rule for that deck, which I guess that's something I need to start saying right at the beginning. So, my rule for Kaalia, Zenith Seeker, is no angels, no demons, and no dragons in the deck. Actually, the patrons, y'all actually saw me build this deck. There was a candid video that I put up for the patrons to where I had a chunk of it done, but I think the last 30 or so cards y'all watched me build the deck. So, that being said, what do we do with Kaalia if my rule is I can't have angels, demons, or dragons in this angel, demon, dragon deck? Yep, no dragons in my dragon deck. So we'll cut straight to the chase. I'll show you exactly what I did. We're going with changelings. The whole deck is changelings because the odds of, even if you pack your deck with a density of angels, demons, and dragons, you're going to want to get 3, obviously, your max value out of the cast for her. And therefore, if you whip up 2 dragons and 1 demon, well, you're only getting 2 cards. You're not getting the angels. So, my thought was shapeshifters. There are a few, now granted there's only 3 sets ever that have had shapeshifters in them, or unique shapeshifters. Some have been reprinted here and there. But you had Lorwyn, Morningtide, and Modern Horizons that had shapeshifters. So, of her 3 colors. So, that being said, I put all of the changelings I had in there. I don't care what they do, or, I just, every single one of those 3 colors I put in. Now, what that does is all of these are angels and demons and dragons. So, if I reveal 3 of these, I get to get all 3 of them. So I'm more or less using Kaalia as a creature card drawing engine, if you will, and doing things like blinking it to get that effect again. Now, also, what that lets us do by going the changeling route is we get non-creature versions, because we had that small cycle that they will probably never do again, because they say the tribal on like instant sorceries, enchantments, and stuff don't work anymore within their design rules, but it's whatever. These cards exist, so we're going to play them. So we can get stuff like Nameless Inversion, or Crib Swap, Shields of Velas Veil, or Blades of Velas Veil. So those are options. Now, let's get back on track what we normally do, and we'll go through our mana smoothing, actually, more than mana ramp. Resolve Locket and Signet, and the Talisman. Key Rune, the Banner, Charcoal Diamond, Fire Diamond, and Dark Ritual. I've got the Dark Ritual in there because I am running stuff like a Diabolic Tutor, and there's a few black cards that are just in there, you know, a lot of the removal. But also as far as mana advancement, I guess, I'm running the Bannerets. Because you know what? All of our changelings are elementals, well, and warriors, so they cost one less. They are also Kithkin soldiers, so they'll cost one less. And Goblin rogues. So essentially here I have 3 copies of the same card, just in different colors. Now, here's the beautiful part. Because when we cast Kaalia, and we get, you know, say we get the magic draw, and we get we get all 3 creatures. Well, we still got to cast them. But wait a minute, no we don't, because they're all Minotaurs. So we're going to just spend 3 mana and shoot them out through the didgeridoo. Yeah, that's right. Now, also, we've got to have a way to make those creatures matter. I mean, to be honest with you, we've really got to make them matter. So the Goblin War Chief is going to make all those changelings 1 less and give them haste. Chief of the Edge is just going to give them +1/+0. Una's Blackguard. All of my changelings are going to come into play with a 1/1 counter on it. And that second ability. Wayward Soul says all your other changelings, you know, when they die, or I'm sorry, when they enter the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. And as far as control goes, well, you know what? When Hythonia becomes monstrous, destroy all non-changeling creatures. Essentially, this is what this is going to read, because let's face it, Gorgons aren't that played. So, just kind of playing around, taking advantage of the fact they are all creature types. And I could not forget the Rorderland Behemoth, because they're all giants too. And giving him +4 for each creature is absolutely outstanding. Now, granted, some of those creatures are not, in fact, changelings. So we've got stuff like Amorphous Axe and Rune Stalactite to make them into changelings, essentially. The other equipment I have is Diviner's Wand. I need to back up here because I'm the Diviner's Wand. Because, hey, they're all wizards. And it's that nifty card drawing ability on there. Now, granted, it is 4 mana, but it is still some degree of card draw. Speaking of card draw, I, of course, have Wreathe the Bones, Sign in Blood, and Stolen Strategy I'm going to consider as card draw, even though you're not actually drawing the cards, but you do have access. And, you know, you can spend mana like it was anything. One last Fervent Charge. Now, granted, the reason why I chose Fervent Charge is because it's one of those cards that we hardly ever get a chance to run because it's so specific and it's only going to go in a 3+ color deck. And I needed a way to make my creatures, you know, better. +2/+2 when they attack seems better. So, let's go with removal. Now, we have got some removal because let's face it, I know it, you know it, our creatures are not amazing. We're not going to win a whole lot of opposition, you know, math is for blockers kind of thing. So we've got some removal. Path to Exile, Unmake, Diabolic Edict, Kaya's Guile, Utter End, Doomblade, Terminate, Ultimate Price, Erase, In Garrick's Wake, Cackling Doom. Yeah, that's not bad, right? Parting Thoughts, Magma Quake, and our last one is Inner Demon, which I am counting it. Yes, it is technically a card with the word demon on it. I know I couldn't resist. It's not a creature, but it does I mean, it's kind of like the Sarah's Embrace that we've had for a million years. This is pretty much the demon version. But that last line is the beautiful one. When it enters the battlefield, all non-demon creatures get -2/-2 into a turn, which is going to clear a lot of your opposing tokens and small stuff like that, while leaving our changelings alone. So I had a lot of fun building this one. I'm not going to lie. I just giggled maniacally when I found that didgeridoo. So let's go through our non-basic, shall we? Got a pair of Vivids in the marsh and the meadow. Evolving Wilds, go get whatever it is that we need. Sulphur Springs, Boros Guildgate, Windscarred Crags, Stone Quarry, Battlefield Forge, Rakdos Guildgate, Alchem Refuge, Cinder Barrens, Bloodfell Cave, Forsanken Sanctuary. This is a lot. Scoured Barrens, Orzhov Guildgate, Tainted Field, Nomad Outpost, Terramorphic, and Transguild Promenade. Now, that is Kaalia. So I like the fact that it's going to be completely and totally unique and different. That makes me happy. And put it in here with the rest of our basic lands. I gotta always remember when I build these decks, I have to shuffle, really good because all the lands are right there together. So put her in there, and then we will take it up to the wall. Oh, there we go. And deck number 452. Done. See, I put it there. It's not like it was going to move. Why did I feel the need to pad it? See, my buddy told me that thing about the card and how I place it and tap it. I don't know. But anyway, I do appreciate y'all watching. Y'all let me know what you think. And right now, we are going to shuffle and cut.